Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode of Dance Studios, where we bring you the latest news in a short and informative format, and of course in the comfort of a studio. Now, in order to comply with the government's wishes, we here at Dance Studios have decided to work from home and to self-isolate, which is why, as everybody can see, we are no longer recording our show in the studio but in my living room. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know that recently in the news there's been a lot of negative energy floating around. But today, I come today to bring everybody some good news. Celebrate, celebrate, oh celebrate. We have some more amazingly good news for everyone living in the country of Australia. As everyone in the country has been on such good behavior, such fantastic behavior, the government are nice enough to decide to reward us with many more restriction eases. Now, in New South Wales, the Premier has said that they will be scrapping the limit of 50 people in indoor venues such as cafes, restaurants and churches on July 1st.
Today's scare for the NRL hasn't stopped a further easing of restrictions for the rest of us. From July 1, the 50-person rule will end for venues, meaning more of us can go to the pub, the cinema and stadiums. Larger weddings will also be possible. Just don't expect a dance floor.
Back at the footy after a long wait, and there's no hiding the excitement in the air.
Cheers, the red and the white!
Corporate boxes only today for the lucky few, and only after temperature checks.
Excitement is the word, really. No, it's been a long wait, and we are keen to get back and so we can cheer them on.
It's good to be back. Good to be getting out and going somewhere.
But within a couple of weeks, more fans will have the chance to cheer from the stands again, one of the restrictions lifted today.
We're very pleased to be at this place, but we do so with enormous caution.
From July 1, indoor venues won't have an upper limit on numbers, but it will be determined by the 1 person per 4 square metre rule, and everyone must be seated. This means weddings can have more guests, but no dance floors. Outdoor venues with a maximum capacity of 40,000 will be allowed to seat 25% of their normal capacity. Funeral restrictions will be relaxed immediately.
And that doesn't mean that there will be no restrictions at all. The Premier of New South Wales said that the state would enforce a 4 square metre rule at venues. This means that the number of patrons allowed inside each venue would only be limited by the size of the indoor venues. This is great, as now there are no set number of people. You can allow for as many people as you want in your indoor space according to its size, which now could lead to more customers to come in and allow for more customers to have the more opportunity to be able to dine in at your venue. Now, the state will also allow for outdoor cultural and sporting venues with the capacity of up to 40,000 people to seat in, which is 25% of its normal capacity. This allows for fans to slowly return to cheer on their favorite football and cricket teams. So that's good. Brings communities back together. We can watch our favorite teams battle it out on the ground, get a victory, go for the final, win the trophy. Yeah. However, the 20-person rule for inside homes and outdoor gatherings will still apply. So, you can't have 40,000 people over at your house to watch the footy. Now, here in Victoria, boy, are we excited? We are excited for the new restrictions to eases next week from June 21st at 11:59 p.m. Let me repeat, June 21st at 11:59 p.m. Pub goers will be allowed to have a drink without a meal. Pew, 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 pew. Hello there. Can I just get a pint of your finest lager, please? Would you like a meal with that one, sir? Don't need one.
Victorians will be able to drink more freely at the pub, and kids can return to sport and school camps in just over a week. The Premier has eased further restrictions but warned a COVID normal will be the reality for months to come. Eliza Rugg has today's developments.
One step closer to the taste of freedom.
Something as close to
normal life as we can safely deliver.
Premier Daniel Andrews confirming that Victorians have done enough to get back on the beers from June 22.
Those changes will be made.
Pubs and all types of clubs will be able to host 50 seated patrons who won't have to order a meal with their drink.
We've already had people calling and booking in, being able to get out and see all your friends and just, catch up with everyone. It's just a great experience.
Unlike New South Wales, the 1 person per 4 square metre rule will remain in place here for now.
That is just too restrictive. A lot of pubs, a lot of restaurants simply won't find it practical.
Because of the lower transmission of COVID-19 in younger people, all sports training and competition will resume for athletes aged 18 and under.
They are very excited. We have been training for a couple of weeks, so I think the kids have been really looking forward to. They haven't been able to tackle yet.
Full contact sports for adults won't resume until July 20. The same date, casinos and the pokies will reopen. Victoria's COVID-19 tally now stands at 1,720 after 9 new cases were reported. No new deaths were recorded. 1 infection found during routine testing is being investigated.
Boy, let me tell everyone, I am excited to be able to go to a pub, grab a beer without a meal. That is what life is all about, man. And also up to 50 people will be allowed to attend indoor venues. But that's not as important as grabbing a pint of beer without grabbing a meal. The gyms will also open up its doors, but for only 20 people at a time. So I guess, people might have to start calling in advance at the gyms and booking ahead of time. Booking a reservation at your local gym. That's something we haven't seen before. Now also, an important news update. Alpine resorts will also reopen to snow lovers. As winter arrives, it is the perfect time to be able to hit the slopes and shred some on that icy mountain. So as a constant reminder, I would like to remind everyone that the coronavirus is still a serious issue. We should be compliant with what the government is telling us, as social distancing continues to prove to be the #1 weapon against the virus. Now we need to be understanding that the next couple of months are going to be tough. We're so close to the finish line, so very close. We can see all these amazing restrictions being eased. We just need to push on a little bit more and we will get to the final goal. Be sure to avoid crowded areas if you can. Make sure to always maintain a good level of hygiene. Always remember to wash your hands, sanitize your hands, and always wear a face mask if you need to. Just remember to subscribe, punch that like button, and share our content, as we know it is still a tough time for everyone. Everyone is still going through the phases of getting back to a COVID normal. So here at Dan Studios, we want to continue to provide everyone with lighthearted content, as well as making sure everyone is informed with what is happening around the world. I'm your host, Dan. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely week. Goodbye.